Most people, when they went in school, learned that sleeping at least 8 hours per night was very important for their health. You learned how it reduced your fatigueness. You learned about how it helped you to not get sick, and it helped you like live a healthier life. I was one of them who learned that. You probably learned it a lot as well when you were in school. You learned that it was very important for you. But most of us honestly disregarded that information. We didn't really care about it that much. We used to take it in as information and then usually like disregarded it for the most. When I started to get older though, and when I started realizing, getting some, not really feeling the healthiest when I did, and got very fatigued when I slept around less than 8 hours per night, sometimes 6 hours, sometimes 5 hours, multiple days a week, and you don't genuinely feel that well when you do that. Sleep is in general very important. It increases your testosterone, so the morning woods that you sometimes get in the morning are affected by how much you sleep per night, and your testosterone for that part as well. And if you want to grow taller as well, it's extremely important that you sleep 8 hours per night. A lot of people who want to grow taller really don't sleep that well. Of course there's exceptions, but for the majority of the part it's usually because you don't sleep enough, especially when you're a kid. It affects how much you will probably grow in height as you get older. If you also are a teenager and you're trying to maybe start going to the gym, start hitting the gym, and wanting to build some muscle, it's extremely important that you sleep well every night. It's extremely important. And the reasons why is actually pretty interesting. So there was a study in 2011 coming from Brazil, and they talked about how they took some participants, and some were the goal was to build muscle, and the ones who slept less than 8 hours per night, or it was one who were allowed to sleep 8.5 hours per night, and one was allowed to, some were allowed to sleep 5.5 hours per night. And it showed how the people who slept 5 hours per night did not gain as much muscle as the ones who slept 8 hours per night. So it affected muscle recovery in a very big way, and how it really affects you if you're really trying to like work out and take the workout seriously and all of that, and especially if you want to build muscle. It's very important for you if you sleep actually very well per night. If you're also trying to lose body fat or lose weight for that part, if you're just generally trying to lose maybe some fat on your body, probably not weight but fat, you have to fix your diet very much. And what's interesting is that when you sleep less than 8 hours per night, your sweet cravings actually increase a lot. With that, it's a research thing actually, which I realized. You probably have also realized this when you sleep less per night, is that you have higher sweet cravings, and you really want that candy bar or the chocolate bar or whatever. But usually that appetite, your appetite for sweet things will usually like increase a lot more when you don't sleep enough per night. And then in general also when it comes to overeating and all of that, it's something that occurs a lot, is when you don't sleep enough per night, your risk for overeating is a lot bigger. How you want to usually eat more, and the overeating becomes usually a very big problem, which in the end makes you gain weight and add on some fat, on some body fat usually, when it's generally like very important that you sleep 8 hours per night. It's also for health reasons, how it makes you less fatigued, makes you less sick. It makes you, once again, like increases testosterone, which is a very important male hormone for men, and especially also if you're young, it's very important that you have a lot of testosterone. It's in generally very important that you have to start sleeping more per night if you want to become healthier and live a better life and have a better life satisfaction.